So hi everybody, my name is Vicky Poole. I'm a transformational coach and I'm here today as part of my 20 days of healing. Over the next 20 days, we're going to be bringing in speakers to help you change your life for the better. And today we've got none other than my former coach and mentor and overall goddess, Theresa Carter. Hi, Theresa. And you're still on mute, love. Still on mute.
Unmute.
There we go.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now loud and clear. How you doing?
Those of you that know me know that I'm a real technophobe. So, how are you, Vicky?
I'm doing really well, thanks. Yeah.
Are you really well?
So, why?
You think so? I just wondered whether you're actually aware of what you're actually really feeling right now in this moment.
I suppose if I really take a moment to just sort of like digest what's actually going on, I kind of realize that I'm actually feeling a little stressed. Those who know me know that I like everything to go a certain way. And I get really uncomfortable if it's not going that way.
Okay. So when you said that you feel really good, is that just you being polite? Is that just you, you know, what you would normally say if someone's asking you how you are?
Really good point, Theresa. You don't want to go, my life's shit, you know, because who's gonna want to listen to that? You kind of thinking about it, I do kind of just come up with the standard, yeah, my life's awesome, and because I suppose that's the image that I kind of want to get across, that I am okay and that I don't need help.
Yeah. And actually, you know, it's okay for you to feel a little bit stressed, because I'm assuming it's a good stress because you want everything to go just perfectly. But what I want to ask you, Vicky, is I'm putting you on the spot. I do appreciate that. It's always nerve-wracking when someone puts you on the spot. But how did you feel when you woke up this morning? Were you actually aware of what you felt?
So I do a miracle morning routine. So I follow Hal Elrod, the author of Miracle Morning and God, and I do it inside of 40 minutes. And I wake up with a mindful moment, and I read my affirmations, and I kind of do the things that I need to do to get my day set up. And
but that's not the question I'm asking you, Vicky.
Yeah, I was going to say that I get the day set up, but I don't check in with myself. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess where I'm going with this, for everyone that's listening, we wake up in the morning, and do we ever actually ask ourselves, how are we feeling? You might ask the person that's lying next to you. You might ask the person, you know, on the phone, if the phone rings whilst you're in bed. But you never actually ask yourself. You know, I say to myself, I've got into a really good routine. Morning, Theresa, how are you feeling today? Now, some people might think I'm absolutely barking mad, but actually, I'm the only person that actually bothers to ask me how I'm feeling first thing in the morning. So, and then it makes me very aware of what I'm feeling. You know, I'm checking in with myself, and depending on what I'm feeling will depend on what I'm thinking. But I become aware of what I'm feeling first. So if I'm feeling quite, you know, agitated, or I'm feeling wonderful because I've had a great night's sleep, you're generally feeling something. You know, we're not robots, we're not numb. We will wake up and we will feel something, okay? So What do you do with that feeling? Well, a feeling is energy. It's just energy. Our thoughts are energy, our feelings are energy. And we place a lot of importance on our feelings, when actually they are just a feeling. But what we do is we tend to ignore the feeling. Whatever we're feeling, we just go, do you know what? I don't want to feel you. When we talk about self-love and self-care and all of these things, but we actually forget about our feelings. We suppress them. We don't open up to them. And we know that a feeling does not last. A feeling does not last. It passes through us. But I guess what I'm asking you to do and consider is that if you were to just say to yourself, good morning, Vicky, how are you feeling today? It will help you to be very aware of you, and it will help you to be in that moment. So you're not thinking about what you're going to do in a minute's time. You're not thinking about what you did a minute ago. It actually helps you to be self-aware in that moment. And you're obliged to answer yourself. You know, it'd be very rude of you not to answer yourself, wouldn't it? Okay.
It would. And I wonder, Theresa, do you actually kind of say, good morning, Theresa, how are you doing? Or do you just think it?
Yeah, no, I actually ask myself. Only if I'm in the bedroom on my own, if I'm going to be honest. You know, if my partner was laid next to me, honestly, he would think I'm crazy. So I would say it in my mind. So either way, I'm thinking it, saying it in my mind, which is just as relevant as you speaking the words. It makes me very self-aware. It's showing my self-respect and self-love by asking. Now, here's the thing that I want to say to you guys is when you're aware of what you're feeling, I'd like you to just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge that feeling and tell yourself it's okay that you've got that feeling. Okay? Oh, my nose is running with the heat. Just say to yourself, it's okay that I'm feeling this way, and it's just a feeling. Now, if it's an uncomfortable feeling, say it's just an uncomfortable feeling. It's going to help the feeling, that energy to pass through without you saying, I don't want to feel you. I'm shutting the door to you. That's when your feeling becomes suppressed. Okay? So in the first place, you would have been thinking something, whether it was the night before and you went to sleep on that thought, or when you first woke up in the morning. You may not be aware of what you were thinking, but you were thinking something, because we have up to 60, 70,000 thoughts a day, and they don't stop. They absolutely don't stop. So some we're consciously aware of, some just pass in the background, just floating there. So what ones were you aware of? You go and check in with yourself again and say, what was I thinking, Theresa? What is causing this feeling? What was I thinking? And if it's a thought that's not helping you, if it's a thought that's not helping you to feel good, and it's a thought that you've decided to hold on to, it's a thought that you've decided to write a script with, which we often do, because one thought turns into another, And actually, before you're aware, really consciously aware, you've wrote the script. You've wrote the script, and now you're playing the movie in your mind. Yeah? And then the feelings come and they just go into this loop, this vicious cycle, thoughts and feelings. And that's before you've got out of bed. You know, literally that's before you get out of bed. You know, I was thinking this morning when I woke up. Yeah.
I've noticed that in that what was once a small feeling actually then becomes to be 10 times bigger because you put stories around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are great at creating stories. You know, we love to make stories up in our mind. Are they real? No, because we just created them. They haven't happened yet. We've just created those stories, and especially when we start to get the images. Yeah. Oh, say for instance, I'm going to work today, and you know, there's a person in the office that hates me. Negative thought. So we're almost then, you know, we're creating that negative energy. And I know you spoke about negative thoughts yesterday. Brilliant video. I couldn't have said it better myself. Amazing, because it really explains how negative thinking really impacts us. So what could we do in that moment that you become aware, because you've asked yourself, how am I feeling? That's the first thing. And the second thing is, what was I thinking to give me that feeling? Yeah. And as soon as you become aware of that thought, you want to do something with it before it starts to go into that story and that movie. Okay. And I created this through all the research that I've done. And I would say, actually, it's probably not the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method, because there is a method. But this is my circuit breaker. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 circuit breaker. So what this does, and I know that it's unique to the therapy that I do, and I'm hoping to get it passed in, you know, to even put it in a book if I can at one stage, but I would like to share it with you because it works for me and it works for other people. My clients, they've tried it and they say that it works. So I really want to share it with more people. And forgive me if my clients are going to hear this again, if you've joined us today. But it's, you know, it's good to go over it again, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. So, any questions around that before I give you my golden nugget?
I've got a quick one for you, Theresa. Is this something that you're finding a lot of clients are asking for at the minute?
Oh, God, yeah. You know, at the moment, everybody is having a lot of thoughts and feelings in the situation that we find ourselves in today. And, you know, we can think negative or we can think a positive thought in how we're going to cope with this, because the nation, you know, the whole of the UK is in the same boat. Okay. And it's how we tend to respond to it that counts. You know, I get it. You know, parents are trying to homeschool their children. They're trying to work from home. They're finding they haven't got 5 minutes in the day to breathe. You know, I get it. I really do. And my God, thank God my children are grown up, because I don't know how I would respond to it right now, you know. But there's a lot of, you know, I'm getting a lot of calls where people are feeling really down and low, particularly people that are living alone. So the social interaction, you know, is gone for them. So I'm teaching them how to deal with those thoughts and the feelings as they arise, because we need some coping mechanisms. We need some tools to work with. Otherwise, we're going to go crazy in this time.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
So
yeah, this method, Theresa, come on, let's have it.
well, I decided, I woke up one morning, I download a lot of information during my sleep. I download a lot of information during meditations. Those that know me will know that I have a spiritual aspect to what I do, not just clinical. And I'm open to receive whatever they want to, whatever info they want to pass to me, I'm open to receive. And I got this one morning, and I woke up and I got this information, and I'm going to share it with you now. I had a negative thought when I woke up. I actually can't even remember what the thought was. This is how the circuit breaker worked, okay? All I know is that it was negative and it made me feel rubbish. So out of nowhere, and I was lying in bed, I said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Really, really quickly. And suddenly, I couldn't remember the thoughts. I couldn't remember what I was thinking. And I tried to go back to it. And each time the thought tried to come back, I continued to say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. You can say it slowly, you can say it fast. But what this is doing is interrupting the brainwaves. It's literally sent it into what the hell is going on here? Now, why 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Vicky, do you think? I can't remember if I've gone through this with you previously.
You have, so I know the answer. So I think it would be rude of me to kind of take your cherry.
No, I mean, please.
Well, it's been a little while. I think the last time we did this together, when I was looking for my husband, and it's giving yourself a structure where you know what's coming next. So it diverts the attention from 5, 4. Oh, I know what's coming. It's 3. It's 3. It's 3, and then it's 2, and then it's 1, and then because I've done this thing with Theresa, I know that I need to do stop, and then it's the okay, did that work? No, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
Again until the thought process stops. And I did this originally to try and combat loneliness.
I remember.
Yeah, it's, oh my God, I'm so lonely. I'm going to eat a tub of Ben and Jerry's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. And then I go through it, and then I'd be I am happy on my own. That's a positive thought. And I then wouldn't eat the Ben and Jerry's, or knowing me, I'd probably go out and get the Ben and Jerry's as a reward for stopping the negative feeling.
Okay, well, that's amazing that you've kind of remembered. And also, we count down because there's nowhere really else to go. If we were counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd be very tempted to keep going, wouldn't we? So, yeah. So if we're counting down, it kind of stops there unless we're going to minus, and we're not going to do that. Okay, so it's a kind of shock, and it's very, very quick and simple, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. I'm not giving you something that you're going to have to write down, that you're going to have to, go over and over in your mind. Oh, what did she say? This is so, so simple. And it gives you the opportunity then to go, well, what do I want to think? What would help me right now in this situation? Yeah.
And what kind of situations can you use this for? Because I know that I used it for personal reasons to, be comfortable and be lonely. And you used it in the morning to combat a negative thought. Where else can you use this, Theresa?
Oh my goodness. In everything that you do, that's, anything that you think that's not gonna, if it's a thought that does not serve you, and you said about the Ben and Jerry's, it can help you with smoking, it can help you with food, it can help you to stop thinking about a particular person that's maybe upset you, something that's from the past that you keep going on and on about in your mind. The list goes on. It really does. Now, I'm not asking you, there will be therapists out there that will say, but then you're not dealing with the thought and the feeling. But we actually will deal with the thought and the feeling, okay? This is just a circuit breaker. This is a circuit breaker, a bit like now we're in lockdown, yeah? We're having a circuit breaker time to stop the virus, hopefully. Well, this is giving us a respite to stop that thought, because thoughts are energy. Oh, hold on. It's telling me we're coming to a close. Thoughts are energy, emotions are energy. Now, what happens when we feel energy? It's going to lower our vibration, it's going to lower our energy. So we go into a different state of energy, okay? So this is just merely a tool to work with that's going to help to break that cycle that you're finding yourself in. And you might have been in this thought process for days, for weeks, for months, for years. Yeah, this might be something that you just cannot let go of.
Yeah, and I know from personal experience that the second you stop doing this, it has huge impacts on your life.
Yeah.
And I asked Theresa a leading question earlier about where you can use this, and I've used it everywhere. I've used it with my son this morning. I've used it with my husband at least twice this week. You know, you can use it in every aspect of your life. And Theresa,
Yeah.
how can we get in touch with you if we want to find out more?
Okay, my website is going under reconstruction, but I have a Facebook account. If you just put in Theresa Carter hypnotherapy, I haven't changed my title yet. I'm going to be rebranding very soon because I do so many things, not just a clinical hypnotherapist. So therefore, the title that you gave me, Behavioural Change Therapist, is what I feel that I'm about. So just put in Theresa Carter hypnotherapy and you will find lots about me on there.
Okay.
And I've got lots more to talk about.
Well, we'll have to bring back in, Theresa, for another conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope this has helped you, everybody. Thank you for joining us today, and continue to watch Vicky's talks because she's got a lot planned.
Bless you. Thank you very much, Theresa. I do appreciate your kind words there. Cool.
Okay.
Right, wonderful. So thank you very much for joining us today, everybody. It's been a pleasure having you. Today we've been listening to Theresa Carter. She's absolutely amazing. If you want to hear a little bit more about me and what I'm doing, you can join my Facebook group, which is called Flourishing Together. If you're a Twitter or Instagrammer, you can follow me on Vicky Poole Coach. And I'll pop you guys a link to the YouTube channel for this, and you can always hit subscribe at the bottom so that you never, ever, ever get to miss a conversation again. My website is vickypoole.co.uk, vickypoolecoaching.co.uk, and I hope to see you guys again. So take care and God bless. Thank you very much. Bye now.